Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. We are back live. All right. So we're just talking about what happened in the past week. Uh, this week is going to start a new week. So on Tuesdays, y'all gonna find out what happened on Monday, and y'all gonna figure out. We all gonna figure out what's going on. So I'm on Yahoo Finance. You can type it up yourself. Go to Yahoo Finance, and you can do your own homework, your own research. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I find most of the information. I go to Trading View, or I go to my Schwab account, my brokerage account, to find out all of my information before I even come out to say anything, find articles, all that good stuff. Thank you for Quality Surveillance Systems for sponsoring my last video. We got a lot more. We're on a work in progress. We got things, headed on the horizon for all of you guys that are interested into AI. You might want to get into it because AI is taking over the world, and it's our time to take advantage of the information that we have been given and know a lot more so we can grow. All that being said, thank you guys for watching the videos. Our views are going up. Completely starting over to this side of things. It wasn't easy. Now I'm in another algorithm, and I appreciate all of you guys that appreciate the information that I'm putting out. I don't have anything to say about anything negative. I just want to continue to be consistent. I realized by doing this, I can't really put out as much videos on the weekends, so y'all really may not even get a video on the weekend. We just gonna focus on Monday through Friday. But if there are Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, if there are anything that I see and I'm gonna keep my eye out for, it's definitely gonna be for those things. And honestly, things don't happen on holidays or the weekends in this market, so it just is what it is. I will find articles. I didn't post this past weekend. I spent some time with my family. If you are a content creator, always remember, it is okay. It is fine. It is okay to take time and take a break. Don't feel like you gotta pressure yourself by putting out videos every day. You'll burn yourself out, and the love for what you're doing isn't going to last very long. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So as y'all can see, I have to move the video down, or the article down, because it will bring up this video. As soon as I go back down, it will start showing it either here or there. Stock market today: Dow, S&P 500, Nasdaq futures slip as tariff concerns mount ahead of earnings season. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, this was written today at 8:36 p.m. All right, so U.S. stock futures fell Sunday evening as Wall Street braces for a turbulent week with renewed trade tensions and a wave of second quarter earnings set to test investor sentiment. Futures tied to S&P 500 slid 0.4%, while Nasdaq 100 futures dropped 0.4%. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures also fell around 0.4%. All right, so that's the chart. We got the chart right here. The E-mini S&P 500. As of 9:02 p.m., you know what I'm saying, this is how the market looked. So S&P 500 is ES equals F. YM is the Dow Jones, and the NQ is NASDAQ, I believe. Or futures. It's futures. Excuse me, it's futures. All right, so that's what the chart looks like. The moves follow President Donald Trump's announcement Saturday that the U.S. will impose 30% tariffs on goods from the European Union and Mexico starting August 1st. The new duties raise the stakes for global trade relations and add to existing inflationary pressures. Officials from the EU and Mexico have signaled a willingness to continue negotiations in hopes of securing a reduced rate. Sunday night's declines come on the heels of a losing week for stocks, even as indexes remain near record highs. All three major indexes ended three-week winning streaks. The timing adds to market uncertainty. The CPI data scheduled for release this week, investors are looking for signs of how earlier rounds of tariffs are impacting prices across the U.S. economy, with eyes watching the Federal Reserve as the decision on rate cuts expected in just over 2 weeks. Tensions between the White House and the Fed continue to bubble, adding a layer of uncertainty onto the economic landscape. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett said Sunday to ABC News that the President Trump could remove Fed Chair Jerome Powell if there's a cause. Meanwhile, earnings seasons kick into swing this week, with all the major U.S. banks due to report results. Investors are showing interest in IPO and M&A markets, while Wells Fargo reports after being freed from a decade of stringent regulatory restrictions. Results from Netflix will kick off earnings from big U.S. tech firms, with ASML and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing set to offer key updates on AI. Related chip boom. PepsiCo, United Airlines, and American Express are among the other notable firms set to release their quarterly results. So be on the lookout for Netflix, ASML, TSM, Pepsi, United Airlines, and American Express. They're going to be releasing their quarterly results. All right. And gold gains of the weekend following Trump tariff shakeup. Gold rises with tariff threats from Trump driving investors toward the safe haven commodity. All right. So there you have it. Bloomberg reports bullion traded near $3,370 an ounce, following a 0.6% increase last week. U.S. trading partners continue to navigate the final weeks of negotiations as Trump's patience with talks appeared to wear thin before August 1st deadline. The president on Saturday gave a trade ultimatums to Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, the latest in a string of letters he sent since last week to economies including Canada and Brazil that set out new duty rates. Rising trade tensions have underscored gold's haven appeal, although investors have grown increasingly less convinced about the likelihood of the widespread uphaven after previously backed down from some aggressive tariff threat. Gold has rallied more than a quarter this year, setting a record above $3,500 an ounce in April. Trump's overhaul of trade policies have served a steady source of uncertainty for markets, spurring investors to seek safety in the metal amid worries about the long-term impact on the global economy. The advance has been aided by heightened geopolitical tensions and central bank buying. All right, and I also had another article that I wanted to go to on TradingView. All right, so this is pretty much kind of like the same thing, but it's really not. It's just, talking about different things and what we need to look out for. So it's a short article. I wanted to say before the end of this. This is on TradingView. S&P 500 futures pull back from record highs after Trump ramps up trade offensive. Key points: S&P 500 futures turn lower. Traders wary of new tariffs. Record highs everywhere. All right. Trump tariffs broadside once again weighed on stock optimism, leading to an implied drop at the opening bell of Friday. Also, stocks are at records. Bitcoin too. Shout out to Bitcoin for reaching 116,000. If y'all didn't see, I was gonna make a video about it, but I just didn't, because every time I made a video, it shot up even more. So I'm like, why make a video when it hit 116 when the next day they gonna go 120? You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So trade threats chill, record run. S&P 500 futures slid about 0.5% early Friday, pointing to a softer open after Wall Street clocked fresh record highs earlier this week. President Trump's renewed tariff barrage is putting a damper on sentiment just as markets were feeling cozy near all-time peaks. European markets followed suit. The Stoxx 600 fell 0.5% in early morning trading, en route to snap its winning streak as traders absorbed the latest tariff headlines. Meanwhile, the U.S. dollar firmed up against most major peers, and the sterling sank on weak UK GDP data, a sign that safe haven flows are less convincing when greenback flexes his muscle. The big story: Trump said he plans to ramp up blanket levies to 15% or 20% up from the flat 10% rate many countries have enjoyed during the 90-day pause. The ultimatum: get a deal done or pay up next month. All right, the global trade chess game. Tariff tensions are ratcheting up on multiple fronts after peppering trade talks with new demands all week. Trump confirmed that EU nations are next in line, so European, if y'all don't know, with letters due imminently. According to the White House officials, Canada is already in the firing line. Trump said Thursday he'll slap a 35% tariff on some Canadian goods. In response, Canada said it would impose 25% retaliatory tariffs on $21 billion worth of American imports. All this come as White House self-imposed deadlines loom. The broader reciprocal tariffs jump back to full levels on August 1st if new deals aren't nailed down. Bitcoin defies the tariff jitters. While stocks and safe havens pivot, Bitcoin just keeps blasting higher, extending its record rally over hover near 118,000 early Friday. The surge suggests some investors remain eager to take on risk, betting that crypto could be a buffer as trade threats shake up FX, foreign exchange, and equity marks. As it stands, the S&P 500 is up nearly 7% year to date, floating at a record high levels. But with gold trade uncertainty hitting headlines again, traders are asking, is there a start of another pullback, or is this a usual pause before a push higher? All eyes are on whether risk assets can hold the line or if the tariff chess match finally breaks their stride. So it's a lot going on. Trump is doing Trump, you know what I'm saying? And he's going after everybody, you know what I mean? And these tariffs are just going crazy. It's affecting everything in the stock market, as you can see. We made it this far, and if you made it this far, man, like, comment, share, subscribe. I used to say like, comment, share, subscribe in the beginning of the video, but now we just wait to the end of the video because I understand I'm in a whole nother market. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you, YouTube, for allowing me to be myself and put out these videos, these articles. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. Make sure y'all follow me on Snapchat. I don't really be on TikTok. I don't use my X. You don't have to follow me on X. What else? Instagram. Instagram is strictly music and whatever else I have going on. But if you want to come to my YouTube channel, this is strictly just stock market talk and financial literacy talk. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, all my new viewers. Thank you. All my old viewers, go ahead, get up out of here. It ain't reactions no more. We ain't reacting to police videos. All that's over with. All right, make sure y'all follow all my social medias. I want to say thank you. New sponsors. If you want to be sponsored, you want to sponsor me in your video, or you want me to sponsor your company in my videos to my audience, hit me up on email. I do check everything. If it looks fraudish, if it looks scamish, I'm not gonna respond. You can send however many videos or emails or whatever you're gonna do. You're just gonna waste your time. I'm not responding to anything that doesn't even make sense. If you're telling me I have to pay you, go ahead and get up out of here. All right, you gotta pay me. All right, let's let that be known. All that being said, stay blessed by the best. I love you guys. Shout out to Quality Surveillance Systems. We will have more videos and more ads in my videos showing y'all what's going on in the world. But until next time, enjoy your Monday. I see you guys on Tuesday. I love you guys. We out.